Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Maya with Simply Bloom. So I wanted to go through some perennials here that are known for having that blackish purple burgundy foliage. I'm not sure if I'll get all these in the ground today, but I want to at least talk about all of these because I think these are incredible plants that they add a lot of interest even when they're not in bloom, just with their foliage. So let's talk about them. Okay, so you can definitely see there's a theme here with the foliage color. I love this. This one's a little bit more green than the others, but still definitely deep color. There's kind of a sad leaf. I'll probably prune that off, but you can see the new growth emerging is kind of that deep red color. Then it darkens to that deep burgundy, almost like a dark emerald green. So what this is a Desdemona Ligularia or ragwort. Now the flowers themselves are not purple, but I included it in this just because of the foliage. And look at that leaf. Oh my gosh, it's probably like a foot in diameter. That's insane. So this one gets part shade, 3 to 6 hours of morning or late after noon sun, 30 to 36 inches tall, and 18 to 24 inch spacing, zones 3 through 9. And I am so thrilled. I have some other ragwort in my garden as well. And what I absolutely love most about it is it reminds me of big lily pads. It reminds me of lily pads planted on land. Isn't that fabulous? I absolutely love it. Okay, moving on. We have a casualty. So sad. This is the Midnight Masquerade Penstemon from Proven Winners. It gets 36 to 40 inches tall and 28 to 32 inch spacing, zones 3 through 8, and full sun. And I have some other penstemon as well, but not this variety. Wow, my under eye circles match the plants. I've not been getting very good sleep lately. So about the Midnight Masquerade, I've been wanting this plant for a while because how could you not? Look at it. We found it at a greenhouse that my husband and I went to yesterday, and it's on the pricey side. It is. So my husband asked, do you want it? I'm like, yes, but it's kind of pricey. And he grabbed 2, and I'm like, how about just 1? Because it's on the pricey side. Let's just do 1. And he stuck to it. He stuck to it anyway, so they're here. I'm gonna plant them. Next we have the sedum. It's another sedum that I've been looking for. Oh, I love it. It's the back and black. It's part of the Rock and Grow sedum from Proven Winners. Again, height is 20 to 24 inches. And spacing 26 to 30 inch spacing, hardy, zones 3 through 9, full sun. And well, just look. That's everything I need to say. Their blooms, when they do open, there is a little tinge of red in them, which I think is very pretty. But overall, just gorgeous, dark, blackish, burgundy, emeraldy colored leaves. 2 other ones I want to talk about is the pink spike bugbane, also known as snake root. I have 2 of these already. Sun to part shade, they get 4 to 5 feet tall and 2 to 3 feet wide. So here's one kind of peeping up. This is on the northeast side of the house, so it gets a little bit of morning sun. I don't think I would say they got 4 to 5 feet tall, but maybe if they get more sun, then they would get taller. But I just love that. It's like a kind of a dark astilbe color, very pretty. And as long as I'm over here, this dark reader geranium would be another great one to add. Hardy geranium, sun or shade, gets these beautiful purple flowers. I love that one. And then back to the table here, there's one other plant that I want to talk about. This is the chocolate chip ajuga. Now I notice I've had this in full sun, just sitting in the pot, and it's turned to more of a lighter green versus the ones that I have in the shade. So keep that in mind. But again, the new growth that's pushing is that dark purpley burgundy color. And traditionally it's more burgundy purple if it's in more shade. 4 to 6 inches high, 12 to 8 inches wide, hardy to zone 3. This is the one that's in more part shade, and you can see the deeper color. Another one that would work great is the wild berry heuchera. There are so many amazing plants with the deep colored foliage. Maybe later this winter when there's lots of snow outside, I'll do a whole list of deep colored plants with like deep foliage. So add your favorite plants to the list below. Comment them in the comments, and I think would be a fun video in the middle of winter. So I'm gonna start. I'm not entirely sure where all of these are gonna go. I have ideas, so I'm just going to start planting. I'm not sure if some of you may comment on this. I am wearing gloves today. I never wear gloves in the garden, but I have like all these tiny cuts on my hands. I'm not sure what they're from. They look like tons of little tiny paper cuts all over my hands, so they're kind of tender, so I don't want to get dirt in them. So that's gonna try wearing the gloves. We'll see if I remember. Normally when I try wearing gloves, like halfway through I just rip them off. So let's try. I was thinking I really wanted the back and black sedums here because I have a hedge of Goldstrom rudbeckia, and I thought that bright yellow flower with the dark foliage would be so pretty, but I think I already have too many dark things in here. So right back here I have the Summerific Evening Rose hibiscus, which has that very deep blackish burgundy colored foliage. And then right here I also have, I think it's like a black oxeye heliopsis as well. So that same deep foliage, and I think that would just be too much deep. I mean, it'd be really pretty around that false cypress. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna think about it for a minute. Let's go see what else we can place. I don't know how people wear their hair down when they garden and still look like supermodels. Like Laura from Garden Answer, Janie from Dig Plant Water Repeat, Steph, two Stephs from Hooked and Rooted and Flower Fanatic. Like, what's your secret? Okay. I have lots of humidity here in Minnesota. I think that's one of the problems. So I think I got everything planted except for the back and black sedum because I want to talk to you guys about that first. But let me show you what I did. All right, this is one of my favorite flower beds on the property that I have. Right here is this autumn blaze maple that does still indeed have Christmas lights on it. At this point, I'm just gonna leave them there. I planted the 2 ragwort Legalaria here on either side of the maple. Now I did kind of run into some roots that I did not want to chop through. So it's a little bit further back than what I wanted. I wanted it to be like right here, but of course that's where the roots are. So I bumped it this way, but that's okay because I'll just extend the flower bed out. No worries. But I really love that bold texture because I have a lot of dainty ferny things. For example, this hardy geranium. I love that ferny foliage up against this massive bold leaf. So I really, really like those there. And then moving over to where I placed the back and black, I already kind of, I think, did I talk to you about it? I can't remember. That was a whole 2 hours ago. Oh, I can't remember. Let me show you. Again, we have a big pile of compost that we'll be dealing with throughout the rest of the summer. So get used to seeing it there because when it's just you in a wheelbarrow, it's going to take a little while. Okay, so I think I mentioned earlier, maybe not, maybe I thought I mentioned it in my head. There's Goldstrom rudbeckia right here. No, I know I mentioned it. And the back and black, which I think would be so pretty, especially up against that cypress. But I have like a black foliage there, black foliage there. And I don't know if that would be too much. Please let me know in the comments. I'm not sure. I don't know if that'd be too much or not. I mean, there's lots of green. There's never too much green. So I feel like why would there be too much of that black purple color? Please give me your thoughts. I'm gonna wait to plant it until I post this video so you guys can tell me what you think. And then right here, I really dislike this part of the flower bed. That doesn't help. There's a sprinkler system and an old tray. I planted corn. This is our vegetable garden. Last year I planted corn in there. So that tray's left over from when I transplanted the corn. But this bed over here just needs a lot of help. There's weeds coming through. I never even finished the bed and I think that's why. So I need to do the weeds. And this bed actually continues over there. You can see I have plant skin swallowed up by the weeds. I have a ton of rocks. That's why I didn't continue because I was pregnant when I was doing this no dig no till bed of cardboard and mulch on top. And I got to some pretty hefty rocks back in there and I just stopped because I wasn't moving them pregnant. So I need to finish this and I just like fix everything here and I think I will like it so much better. I know I will like it so much better. The first part of this bed is coming along really nicely. I just need to reapply mulch and stuff. So you can see I have lots of dark colored foliage, but then there was a break. So I added the snake root here. And then there's a hole where something died that I ripped out. And then there's another dark foliage thing, but my husband just bought me the pink truffles baptisia that I think I'm gonna pop in that hole. So those two will be separated. And I love it up against this little Sunjoy gold pillar barberry. Hold on, it's bugging me. Okay, that looks a little bit better. I did not get the root, so that will come back and pay me a visit. So that snake root will be in full sun. And then let me show you another one that I planted over here that will be in part shade. So right here, I had this spirea. It was half dead. It's been struggling the last 2 years. And I knew I was tired of milking it along. And I always tell everyone else, if you don't like it, fix it. So I didn't like it, so I'm fixing it. I ripped it out. I'm not dealing with it anymore. And I already love it so much better, already ripped out. So let me show you what I put there. So I added the snake root there, and that will get, you know, the tag said, what did it say? 4 to 5 feet tall. Being that this is in the more shade, I imagine it's gonna top out around the 3 feet. So maybe right there, and then the bloom spikes might get a little bit taller. And then I was thinking of adding these 2 hostas This is the Great Expectations, and this gets 24 inches tall, 34 to 48 inches wide. I don't know if it will actually, I mean, maybe that will take years for it to get that wide, starting from just a quart. And then this is the Blue Ivory hosta, 16 inches tall, 30 inches wide. And then in front of it, I planted 2 of the chocolate chip ajuga that I showed you earlier in the video, and then lamium. I love lamium. I see all over Facebook of people saying, no, don't plant lamium. It will take over. It's invasive. I live in zone 3. Not invasive, doesn't take over here. I love it. I wouldn't mind if it took over a little bit more. It suppresses the weeds. It's easy to pull if you don't want it to go somewhere. I love it. This is the just dark purple lamium. So I think I will plant the hostas there, and I think that will fill in really nicely. And then I have some other little coleus that I might pop around the hostas because they're pretty tiny right now, just to kind of fill in the space. But, oh, one more thing. I planted the penstemon. Okay, this bed needs lots of work. Again, I'm planning on probably doing 2 days of garden maintenance. But I planted the penstemon right here. I do have a peony that will fill in that space really nicely. And I have no dark foliage in this bed. It's all green and weeds. Green and weeds. Green and weeds. I know I've mentioned it in other videos, but if you are new here, I have a hedge of hydrangea standards, no dig, no till flower garden here. I'm going to continue. You can see where the grass or the weeds stop. I'm going to bring cardboard up to about here and do mulch. I have a big pile of mulch over there. I'll probably need more, but it's a good start. I just need to find more cardboard. So that's the story on that. But I really like that deep foliage. I was thinking maybe, I wonder if I could plant the back and black sedums over here. Like here's a spot here. I could probably put 3. I have 5. Oh, maybe I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 3 in the back and 2 in the front. Okay, that's the other option. The weeds. The weeds, oh my gosh. Okay. So let me know if I should put it over by the Goldstrom Rudbeckia or right here in this space here. But that is it for this video. Definitely go check these out if you want that deep foliage color in your garden. I absolutely love it. I didn't realize how much of it I was getting until this video when I was trying to place it around to different areas. So, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll have a great day. Don't forget to tell me where I should put that back and black sedum. Option A is by the Goldstrom Rudbeckia. Option B is by the Hydrangea Standards cottage garden here. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.